Thank you for tuning into my videos. To support the channel and unlock exclusive perks, you can join us on YouTube channel membership and Patreon. Follow the links in the video description below. Select your level of support and help keep the content coming. This channel exists because of the support we have from fans just like you. Thanks and enjoy the video. Right, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It is 2,000 points. Hive Fleet Leviathan against the Salamanders Space Marines. Been looking forward to this combination. Add a fresh, an adjusted list here. Different detachment, and then some units dropped and some new units being added in here for the Tyranids. And then Mike's got his Salamanders force here. We're going by the latest points update, which has just landed from Games Workshop. And to add to the pressure, I'd like to keep the pressure up here to make this one an important battle. It's going to be a league game, the second league battle of the season. And so both armies looking for a clear victory and to try and get as many points as they can on the leaderboard. So if you're not aware already, the league has begun. Season 13 has started. That was kicked off with Black Legion against the Red Scorpions. The Red Scorpion army has now reached 2,000 points. So threw those straight into the league. I'm not going to give you a spoiler here. You can check out that battle. That came out just a week or two ago, but the league has begun. So we'll continue on with the league. Two new factions to make their bid for channel glory. So for the Tyranids, many units have remained. Some have been dropped and some new units being added in. Some fresh from the painting desk. A couple of models not quite finished, but tabletop ready here. So Vanguard Onslaught is the detachment being used here for the Tyranids. We'll see how they get on with that during the game. And then running through the units in no real particular order. We've got a winged Tyranid Prime across here. Some spare points, so chameleonic upgrade being granted to him. Then usually he'll go with the 6 warriors, so it's the 6 Tyranid warriors with the melee bioweapons option being taken for those. We have Typhon, Butcher of the 18th, the Hive Tyrant across here. And if you like the look of these Tyranids, the way they've turned out with the paint job, there is a few tutorials for them on the channel. But that's him. He seeks James's Astrominotaur, but he's happy to kill all things Imperial, including Salamanders. So that's him being taken. Stranglethorn Cannon, Monstrous Lash Whip and Bone Sword being taken for him. And then to try and give him a bit of protection, Tyrant Guard, a squad of 3 of those, and they'll be attached to him, try and offer some protection. Neuro Node is the upgrade being taken for him as well. Then we'll shift across here. So 2 Screamer Killers are going to stick with those. People have been saying to drop them, but I'm going to run the 2. Usually coming down in Tyrannocytes, so the 2 Tyranid drop pods there at the back. We have a Norn Emissary, big monster there. Also a Tyrannofex, which has seen a points increase, but we're going to continue running that with a Rupture Cannon. That's the main block of the army. And then going even heavier on the vanguard infiltrating element here of this Tyranid's force. So you have Death Leaper, the character Lictor. Then instead of 2, 3 Lictors in the list. And then expanding from 2 squads of Von Ryan's Leapers into 3 squads. So 1, 2, and 3. Each of those are 3 models in each of those squads. So we'll see how they get on. Big test for them here, and pressure for sure, as they're being launched straight into this league battle. 5 Patreons have been picked here to assist with Tyranid dice rolling. It's Longbow BB, Chris Comiskey, Carl Roden, Nate Miller, and Dave Humphries. I think all of them Tyranid players. So we'll use their dice at some critical point during the game for the Tyranids. And then Commander and Sub-Commander have been allocated. So the Commander is going to be Typhon across here. That's going to be Amy Almo, one of the Phoenix Lords here in this battle. And then the Sub-Commander will be a Tyranid player. It's Dave Humphries. And we're going to put him onto the Winged Tyranid Prime as the second in command. So that's the list for the Tyranids. We'll take a look at the Salamanders Space Marines next. Alright, so 2,000 points Salamanders. The list has changed. Some units have been dropped and some new units being added in. We'll see how it goes. And once again, this is another army that's just being hurled into the league here. When war comes, it's not a leisurely reaction to it. Sometimes it rushes on, or often it does, and then you have to respond with what you have. So a bit of pressure on both sides here, but we want to make good progress with the league at this earlier stage of the year. We'll let Mike run through his list.
Okay, so I'm just going to start left to right. We have Falcon Heston with 10 Furnace Marines. We have a Librarian with, I've paid for the 10, but there'll only be 9 because they may go into the drop pod. And the drop pod's capacity is 10, so that'll equal 10.
Yes. So
I have a Gravis Captain running with 6 Aggressors, the Flamer sort. This is a Repulsor Executioner, but we'll be running as just a Repulsor. It's the same base size and everything else. I should point out that the Captain has a upgrade, War Tempered Artifice, which is +3 to the melee weapon. I have 6 Blade Guard with Adrax Agatone and a Lieutenant who also has the upgrade, the Champion of Humanity, who ignores all modifiers except to their saving throw. I have a Land Raider Redeemer. I have 5 Terminators and 5 Intercessors.
Alright, and that's Mike's list here. So he's been up against Leviathan Tyranids a number of times. I can't remember the results. Mixed, quite close games, haven't they? But
yeah, it's been.
You have beaten them, or you've definitely beaten them at times, for sure. And maybe we've beaten you as well.
Yes.
Oh right, so it's a backwards and forwards encounter between these two armies here. But this is an important game. This is a league battle. The first game of the league for each of these. You're going to play the usual format, or the same as we did last year. So 2 games each, 2 games per faction. Take the total number of points scored for those 2 games, add them together. That'll give us a leaderboard. And then, like last year, we'll probably be taking the top 8 armies going through to the sudden death knockout stage. So, Patreons, 5 Patreons to support Mike during this game. Imperial themed, it's Blood Angels Ryan, Michael Fryer, Sam Hermes, Ray Cross, and Gavin for grenades here. He also plays Space Lords, actually. Yeah. And he loves melees and charges. I'm sure there'll be plenty of those here in this battle. So if you enjoy our content and want to support the channel and unlock the extra content that we do join us on YouTube channel membership. You can also support us through the Patreon page. You can join us on Gold Level Patreon, for example, get your name allocated to one of the Patronic dice as one of the perks for that level. Links below, and it's by your support we can keep the channel and the content going. So we will now take a look at scenario and deployment for this game. Alright, so we have a scenario. Take and Hold is the primary mission, Dawn of War for deployment, and then Stalwarts is the mission rule. Stalwarts, we'll just cover that first of all. So battle line units, I've got none. I think Mike has 1 with a small unit of intercessors. They are able to perform actions whilst in close combat, whilst in engagement range, and they can shoot as well. So useful, but it's not really going to apply to many units on the board. Then for Dawn of War deployment, we're playing across the ways here. So the orange dice marking the deployment zone for the Leviathan Tyranids, and the green dice across the other side marking the deployment zone for the Salamanders. There's 5 objectives on the board. So we have one dead center, which we put up on top of the platform, but we'll measure from on top and down below as well, so it's not going to affect anything being upstairs. The same for Mike's home objective across the ways over there. It feels a little bit like a Necromunda game of these objectives up on these high platforms. But as I said, we're measuring out from the base, so it's not going to affect... Mike's not necessarily going to have to climb up there to get the objective. You can just get within 3 inches of it. Ours is just here, the home objective just there. And then there's 2 more objectives in no man's land. One just next to the warp portal on the Tyranid right, and then on their left, one just in the opening near the fences, just over there. So 5 objectives in total. And then for take and hold, nice and straightforward here. Turn 2 onwards, 5 points for each objective marker that you control at the start of your command phase. And that's capped at 15 points per turn. So turn 2 onwards, big incentives for holding at least 3 objectives. Both, I was going to say both armies, I'm thinking of your Raven Guard, both armies enjoy infiltrating in. Tyranids will infiltrate, or will they? Because the deeper we go, the closer we get to the flames is the problem. We'll see. This may well be a tricky one for deployment for both armies. And then for secondaries, both of us are going to go for the random draw. And then for terrain, sealed buildings and containers, we're going to play a mix of obscuring terrain here on this board. So this whole square of terrain, obscuring. That whole cluster, including the pipes across there, is obscuring. And by that, we mean we'll go by the hard edge for line of sight. And these pieces, this one here, not the gap in between, this whole structure, including the box or the container. This structure, again, going by the hard edge all the way out to there, but not the walkways. We'll play as obscuring as well. Walk portal, pipes, building, and then that cluster, that building or container, and the structure across there, obscuring also. Not the statue, and then some barricades and some pipes around the board, usual rules for those. That's terrain. Army's ready to go. Now start alternating place units on the board next. Right, just to mention the battle mat and terrain that we're using in this game. So battle mat is from gamemat.eu. It's called Sands of Time. It's 60 by 44 inches in size, so perfect for regular games of 10th edition 40k. Also using their pre-painted terrain set here, it's the industrial terrain set, which is these structures here. All those structures across there. You get like 4 of these containers in the set. That large terrain piece across there also. And then also featuring an individual piece of terrain. This is the warp portal, which is from gamemat.eu as well. So you can check them out for pre-painted terrain sets. Battle mats in all shapes and sizes available from them. Link in the video description below with a discount code for 11% off across the store, and they are shipping worldwide.
Before I go any further, and for me to deal with that, you've got this nasty thing here, you've got this nasty thing here, and I've seen how that thing plays.
Yes.
But I'll ignore any modifiers.
Mike's talking about the style of this Tyranid army.
I didn't know you were recording.
Sorry, no, that's okay. I thought it was just capturing your reaction here to aggressive Tyranid deployment of Vanguard units pushing right up to the middle of the board. Brave enough, because they could easily get barbecued and chopped to pieces if Mike commits. But then that's the question. Do you commit? Because if you do, you're going to move out into this infestation area across here with Tyranid units backing up ready to pounce. It's an interesting deployment here for the Tyranids. We'll see if it works, though. You can have all these theories, but only in the forges of war will we find if it works. One lictor on the left-hand side. Doesn't have to go on the objective. It can move around. Then we have Von Ryan's Leapers. 1, 2... 3 squads. There's a lictor next to those, or in amongst those. Death Leapers here. The 3rd lictor is just here at the back, ready to move around onto the home objective. Tyrannifex here, getting ready to fire across in this direction, we reckon, but we'll see how Mike's vehicles move. The Hive Tyrant usually goes in the middle. He's here with his bodyguard. And then we've picked a flank here with the non-emissary, getting ready to move out onto that flank objective. That's our deployment done. We're heavy enough on reserves. Deep Strikers. I mean, it's the full 500 points, or 500 points used up for Deep Strikers here. So the 2 drop pods, a Screamer Killer going into each of those. And then Tyranid Warriors going into regular reserve, joined by the Prime. That's deployment done for the Tyranids. And then around the other side of the board, so Land Raider parked up here. I reckon it's pretty much entirely obscured. So parking up here, Agrax Agatone inside with the Blade Guard Veterans and Lieutenant. Home objective is being watched by these, the 5-man squad of Intercessors, although they're being stalked, possibly, by von Ransleepers. But we'll see how that plays out. And then Repulsor across here. Inside that is the aggressors, the Flamer aggressors, joined by their captain. And then Mike is heavy on reserves as well. So drop pod, they're inside there. 9-man squad with the Librarian. They're inside the Land Raider. Terminators are deep striking in. They're inside the Repulsor. And then we're flanking with these.
Yep.
Okay, and they've been joined by Heston. That's deployment done for both sides.
Well, it's a learning curve.
Yeah, you can learn in this game. There's consequences, though, for mistakes here on both sides. What we've learned, especially with the first game that we played of the season, how important it is to try and get points onto the board. It's not always easy and straightforward to do that. Okay, the second game of the season, Mike. 2 more factions about to make their initial bid for glory.
Yeah.
Xenos Filth. 2-1. Oh boy, low score, but Tyranids to go first. Don't mind. We could go for a wee gallop across the battlefield. We're going to the first turn of the game here for the Leviathan Tyranids. All right, so movement's done here for the Tyranids. They're moving about all over the place here. Now, this is a list that's designed to try and rake in points. So Tyranids are trying to immediately position themselves on the no man's land objectives. It looks intimidating enough, but as to how long they can stay there, we'll have to see. Mini battles are going to erupt on each of these objectives. Space Marines won't hang around trying to prize them back from this Xenos force. So the 2 cards drawn for secondaries: Overwhelming Force, that's destroying an enemy unit on an objective, which Mike doesn't have any there at the moment, and then Bring It Down as the other, which is those 2 vehicles that Mike has effectively hidden away. So both those secondaries not very good for us here on turn 1. But anyway, the Tyranid army has manoeuvred. Some units going forward, some going back. Von Reinsleeper stretching out across here, just conscious of Mike potentially landing with the drop pod, which he can still make a decision about if he wants to bring them in on turn 1. Probably not. And then the Northern Emissary has elected to go for that objective, giving himself 5 up, feel no pain, an OC of 15. That's moved out, just a regular move. Elictor position just here, not throwing itself too far forwards. Death Leaper's moved along the top here to get in range of the central objective. Then this Lictor's moved around a little bit and just got itself in range of the home objective. Tyrannofex hasn't moved, just going to sit where it is. The Hive Tyrant, though, has shifted to his left, advancing across here with his bodyguard. Lictor's moved around to get range of the objective. We have committed with one of the Screamer Killers as well, arriving from Deep Strike. You can do that on turn 1. It's basically a Tyranid drop pod. Tyrannocyte going first, and then Screamer Killer deploying just behind, but just within range. And then both squads eager to go. The 2 Von Reinsleeper squads, both rolling a 2 for their advance. So with this detachment of Vanguard Onslaught, Vanguard Invader units, which includes the Von Reinsleepers, they can advance and charge. So it has meant we've moved just a little bit further up the board. That's movement done. We'll go on to shooting phase next, which there's hardly anything. Yeah, Salamanders effectively hidden here. There was an opportunity here, and the Strangleform Cannon to go after Intercessors, but I don't want to because that's going to stretch out my charge. Mike will probably take models from the front just to try and stop the Von Reinsleepers from going in. And then Tyrannocyte, some shots into the Land Raider or to the repulsor it could see, but no damage coming through at all. And that's it. No further firepower taking place. We're going to charges next. Right, so charges taking place. I rolled them up off camera. I'm going to zoom across the board here like so, and you can see the Von Ryan Leaper squads. Both have gone in. Front squad went first, rolled lows. They had to crowd around the front. The others then bypassed, rolled a 9, so were able to run further up. Pinning those Marines against the container there. We'll see if we have enough chopping power to hack them all down. We get plenty of attacks, but whether it's enough to take down all of those Marines, we'll have to see. Mike, think about whether to play a stratagem on them or not. He's saying no. Okay, we're going to combat resolution next. Yeah, I'm going to play it, and it's very narrative. It's the unit I've just freshly painted up. I'm going to play it on them. No, I'm not. It's the unit that's painted. The ones at the front, the ones that are attacking the sergeant. I'm going to play Surprise Assault for a CP. I really want the wipeout here if we can. So shooting or fight phase, one Vanguard Invader unit from your army. It's not been selected to shoot or fight. The enemy unit must take a battle shot test. So Mike will do the test. Passed. Okay. So in which case we would get +1 to the hit roll. So it would take us to 2s to hit, which is fine. If it was failed, it would have been +1 to the wound roll as well, which would have been like 2s to wound. Oh, not bad. Anyway, 2s for hits. Has it helped? Yeah, 2 hits, 2 extras. Yeah, that's a waste of a CP. Okay.
2s would have hit.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Okay. All right. So 2. I'll be rebuked for that, but it could have been. That's okay. 3s to wound. We'll press on. And that certainly would have helped if Mike had have failed the test.
4 more. Yeah, that would have been.
Yeah. Strength 5. It's AP -1. 10 saves of 4+. Is it enough? Is it enough to combine those two together?
2 damage, yeah.
No, 1 damage. Yeah.
Well, this is where I probably should have played.
Armor of Contempt.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Say so 1, 2, 3, 4. It would have saved 4. So
yeah.
Let's say 1, 2,
3, 4 dead. Oh, ouch. Yeah, ouch. Okay. The squad's nearly gone.
Yep.
All right, so models removed. We'll zoom in just to capture the final stand of the sergeant here. Truly was a surprise assault. Didn't need to play that stratagem, but it was very narrative though. But anyway, can't complain. We're doing okay. Another 18 attacks to take down the sergeant. So 3s. Okay, and then 3s to wound. In the end, quite comfortable, really. Didn't need to panic about stratagems. The 2 squads working together. It's another 8 saves. Yeah, some good stuff going on with these. Like, for example, Mike, you could give them Assassin Beasts and turn them into Precision. Another one, which is quite cool. And it's a good roll, but he's gone. 4
so
wins.
Like I said, if I would have done the Armor Contempt.
You may well have had models alive. Yeah, it's actually quite a big one.
Yeah.
Okay, but then you saved your CP.
There's a reason for the CP.
Yeah, Mike is dropping hints about what he wants to do to the to the Tyranids on his turn. Okay. And there's no further movement from us. We can't get near the objective and so on. So combat's resolved. Mission accomplished. 2 Von Ryan's Leaper squads surge ahead and shred the 5-man squad of intercessors, which is quite a useful unit for the Salamanders. So the mission was to try and bring them down. End of turn. We'll give an update on the score. All right, end of turn. No points coming through for secondaries, as we discussed already. So dump both of those. I'll pick up the extra CP. But happy enough, Tyranids have moved out onto all of the No Man's Land objectives with some backup units here, but we're watching keenly to see how the Salamanders respond. There's different things for them to be doing. There's the Von Ryan's Leapers to deal with. I doubt Mike will let them sit where they are. There's also these Tyranid units to go after and No Man's Land objectives to claim. Plus, Mike can launch ambushes of his own. And just a correction, Mike couldn't bring the drop pod in on my turn 1. Yeah. It's on his turn 1. So just a correction there on the rules. So, but Mike didn't do it, so that's fine. We'll go on to turn 1 here. Space Marines can now make their move. All right, so turn 1 for the Tyranids. Mike's 2 cards are identical to the 2 cards that we drew. Bring it down, so destroying monsters and vehicles, and then overwhelming force, destroying units on objectives. There's plenty of options. In contrast here, for the Tyranids, Mike has lots of options available. Monster on objective, monster, add one monster on objective, and then one just tucked behind as well. So plenty of opportunity for those two secondaries, for sure. So for the league, spoiler alert, if you don't want to know the result and you haven't seen the game yet between Black Legion and Red Scorpions, then just tune out for a moment. Here, but I'm going to give you the score now. So Black Legion, just so we can give you an update on the league here. So Black Legion have played their game and picked up 72 points. It's a good score. And then Red Scorpions struggling, not the worst of scores, but they did lose and they got 33 points. So first and second. Two more armies about to be entered. So that's Leviathan Tyranids and Salamanders. We've got space for all of the others coming through. And as mentioned, we usually take the top 8 and then go through to the knockout stage towards the end of the year. So we are going to split the games between membership and on YouTube. So you can check out the games here on YouTube, and then you can become a member here on YouTube, and then the extra content is there, including the battle reports for you to see. So do support us if you can. We can only keep the content coming with the backing of our channel members and Patreons. So links below. The basic entry, Aspect Warrior, which most people are on, just gives you access to all the bonus content that we create. It's here on YouTube, so it'll be there on the channel homepage. You get access to all the members' content. And it means you can see all the games in our league and see the extra battles taking place with the variety of factions lined up and ready to go. And you can check out, if you're on membership, Mike's Raven Guard 1,000-point game is live. And you've hit 1,500 now?
1,500 painted, yes.
Right. That means you'll have to film the second game.
Yeah.
Okay, all right then. Coming soon. So Raven Guard 1,500 points. So look forward to that. That'll be exclusively on membership. So do join us if you can, and you can look forward to a second Raven Guard game. And they are the antidote to the Tyranid army. They specialise in infiltrating in highly trained Black Ops style Space Marines. So that's the style that Mike's going for with those. Exciting progress. As I said, you can check out the first game, and then there's a 1,500 point game incoming, all being well. Oath of Moment's just been placed on the Screamer Killer, so it's given us an idea of Mike's intentions. Let him make his moves here. All right, so movement's now complete here for the Salamanders. So Land Raider shifting around, Mike electing to advance. I think it's got the assault keyword for its firepower, so it's able to shoot. Crucially, its back end is on the objective across here. We're too far away, so Mike now controls that objective across there. Then the fly keyword, so the repulsors moved up and over, not before disembarking with the aggressors and their captain. 3 and then 5 or 6, I think they move with those. They've headed off across in this direction. Oath of Moment on the first Screamer Killer. Drop pods landed here. So Mike wants to deal with these. They're a pain, so they've landed just over 9 inches away with their Librarian. And then it's turn 1. So Mike can't bring the Terminators on. Can't bring on the Flamer, the Infernos Marines with Heston as well. I'll have to wait till turn 2 just for normal reserves. Yeah, because I was thinking about bringing on the Warriors, but I can't do that either because it's only turn 1. Interesting, okay. But we can come on with the Tyrannosaurus and the other Screamer Killer because that is a turn 1 deployment. So we've paid the points for rapid ingress and brought the second one on. It's just stacked up behind the front one. So that's movement done. Tyranid is reacting to some degree here for the Salamanders. I'm just thinking, like, we move out, grab objectives, that's great, but you kind of hand the initiative back over to the other player because Mike can then react to that. That's what he's done, moving out in different directions. A battle starting to form up here. Sides being drawn, both armies pushing units into the fight for this objective, getting kind of hot over here. We've gone to shooting phase next. All right, so first bit of shooting for the Salamanders here for their first league battle in the league. So we're going with the Repulsor. All the heavy guns are going into the Oath of Moment Screamer Killer, and the Dakar, the array, is going into the Lictor, who's within 6 inches. He can't escape. No kind of shenanigans we can play. So he's just going to have to stand there and take it.
So I'll get this small piddly one out of the way.
Okay.
18. Hitting on 3s.
3s. Oh, stealth. Just going to block a few. Most of it, though.
2.
Yeah. Toughness 5.
Yeah, so all the 5s.
Yep.
For you.
Toughness 6 on Lictor. Doesn't make any difference, though.
Yeah.
5. And I can see 2.
No way, Pete.
4 ups. No, they both go through.
Just 1 damage each.
Okay, Lictor's taken some wounds, dropping down to 4 wounds left. They're built quite well, but enough Daka will overwhelm them. So next we have an array of firepower here. Remember the long barrel, it's a Las Talon, I think, with that one as the main gun.
So I'm going to go, I want him dead. So we'll go Cadians for there.
Sam Hermes.
Yep.
For the firepower.
So the Hunter Slayer missile. Hitting on 2s. Hits. Strength 14.
3s to wound.
2s. +1.
Because of Oath of Moment, yeah, it's so useful. Goes through.
This is -3. Cover.
We've talked about cover yet. So it's -2, so 4 up to block this one. Come on. Ooh, just about. Okay.
Through the last Talon.
Do you get Hunter? Is it like a Hunter Killer? Do you get it every turn or just one use?
No, just 1 shot.
Okay.
Last Talon, 2 shots hitting on 3s.
Yes.
2 hits.
2s to wound.
2s to win.
Oh.
This is -3.
-2, 4 ups. No, that's not good. That's very, very bad. Oh.
There was other shenanigans you wanted to do.
I know. Yeah, it's painful, that is.
I'm just trying to, because I know how the brain can go into overdrive and go, oh, I need to reroll.
Yeah. 2d6 + 2, d6 + 2. Like 2 of those going through is probably going to kill it.
Well, I have a twin las cannon, but it's only 1 shot.
I have to try and save him. I'm going to roll it. We do block it. But it might come at a cost. D6 plus. It's 5 + 2?
5 + 1.
5 + 1.
Yeah.
6 damage. It's still a horrid amount of damage coming through. Only got 4 wounds left. The other one would have killed it, of course. Okay.
Right, so the twin las cannon.
Yes,
Hitting
it's
on
not over
3.
yet. Got him.
Hits.
2s. Ah, no. Back to a 4 up again. We do block it. Okay. Tense stuff. It's not over yet. Mike's still got the Flamer Aggressors for combat and shooting. But Tyranid units holding up here just about, but damage is coming through against both of those targets. We'll move on to something else. Right, next up, Mike's allocated the Infernus Marines. Are just tucked across the other side. 8 of them do have line of sight against the lead unit of Von Ryan's Leapers. And then the Librarian can see past the fence across here. Mike set him up when he deployed against a Screamer Killer. So there is firepower available from the back with the Librarian. Perhaps a psychic attack will take...
Well, I'm going to go for the Focus Whip Fire because it gives me devastating wounds.
Okay.
But I also have Hazardous on it.
Yep.
So that's the problem. So it's D6 shots. Oh, D6. It's
random. Oh, happy days. 6 attacks. Librarian could really go for this here.
6.
3s for hits.
3s re-rolling, yeah.
For Oath of Moment, yeah, it's well placed. Re-rolling. It's going to help. Yeah, a little bit. Okay.
That's 5. So strength 6.
5s to wound, +1. 4s.
4s. We need 6s though.
Devastating?
For devastating.
Oh, no.
I didn't get any. I only got 2. These are -2.
It's -1.
1, yeah.
3 ups. 1 does get through.
It's D3.
Nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
1. Down to 3 wounds left. Okay. Chitting is holding up here.
Oh, Hazardous. I'm fine.
Okay. I think we're on 8d6 autos.
Yeah.
Now against the Von Ryan's Leapers.
So 12, 16, 20, 5, 29, 32.
Okay.
24, 16, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19.
Warhammer 40,000 requires you to be age 12 or over and GCSE maths.
Yeah. And 452 dice.
Yeah. Rerolling.
Yeah. These are strength 6 now because you are.
Be 3 to win then.
Yeah.
Closest target, yeah. Eligible, yes.
You're within 12.
Correct.
Yeah, which we forgot about all this.
That's okay. The strength extra wouldn't have made an impact with your toughness 6. That's fine. Mike's remembered it in time across there, though. 2 and 12. It's a Salamanders detachment rule, I think.
3s.
God, that's a lot of dice. Do you like Infernus Marines? They're in the Red Scorpion army, yeah? Although I think you were very cruel to them in the, the Black Legion game. They were, but they are dangerous for sure.
21 minus 1.
21. Better as Salamanders as well with the detachment rolls. 21. I think you're AP -1.
-1, yep.
Yep. Which takes us to 5 up saves. There's a chunk of blocks. It's obviously not going to be enough though. Oh, almost a split fire opportunity there. Okay, that lead squad can go. They have been completely destroyed. 1 squad removed, and Mike can threaten to overwatch the others if they make 1 step closer. Okay.
Yeah. The
Flamer Aggressors next. Yeah, their firepower. It's the last bit of firepower really over on this flank to try and soften up the Tyranids. So next up's the Land Raider. Initially, as Mike was declaring targets, he was going into Death Leaper here because I'm on the objective. We then, correct us if we're wrong, I reckon we can do it. The -1 CP ability coming from here within 12 inches. We played it on that unit there. So we 0 CP cost Unseen Lurkers, which the rules have been changed or updated by Games Workshop. If you don't have lone operative ability, then it shuts you down for firepower at 18 inches. You have to be within for shooting. If you do have lone operative, it shuts it down to 6 inches, and that we reckon hasn't been changed by the update in the rules. And Death Leaper is just over 6 inches away, so it means he will escape. He can't be targeted. It's quite important for us because it means we'll retain our position, which is on that central objective. It means we can try and hold that through to next turn. For picking up points. But Mike's allocated all over the place. He's firing in different directions, different targets. So really, I'll not call it out. We'll just call out each target as we go along because it's all been declared. Ready to go. Yep, it really is firing in all different directions there just to lend some support.
1, 2, 3 different directions, yep.
Okay. So whichever order you want, go ahead.
And
if you want to bless it with a Patronic split fire, you can do that.
Do you know what? Blood Angel.
He's combat.
Yeah. Michael Friar's all about the flames, but I want to see the flames for this one. Red Cross.
Leave him.
Nothing yet.
He's going to hold off, yeah. Okay.
He's all been earmarked for something.
Okay.
So Stormbolter, Rapid Fire 2. So hitting on 3s.
Okay. And this is into
these?
The Leapers, yeah. Yep. Stealth.
Strength 4, Strength 5, Toughness.
Toughness 5.
4s. 2, no AP.
Bit of cover. Block both.
Yep. 2, 4, 6 on the assault cannon. 3s, 4s. Not great. And then strength 7, so 3s but looking 6s. 2, no AP.
3 ups. And block both again.
Right. Multi-melter into the
Hive Tyrant.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 shots.
2 shots. Hitting on 3s. 1 hit. Strength 9.
3s.
No.
No. Okay.
Hunter Killer then into...
Yeah, into the Screaming Killer. Ideal situation. Finish it off.
2s. Hits.
2s.
2s, yeah. Yep. -3, -2.
4 up. No! Go ahead.
So, I need a 3.
Yo! Yes. Deadly Demise. No, it's finally brought down. It kind of was doomed. We prolonged its life for as long as possible. Target destroyed. And that's Hades you've taken down. Tartarus remains the second one, backing him up. Okay.
Yep. And then the last thing to shoot is the twin flamestorm cannon, which is 2d6 plus 6.
Mike does have range to that lictor.
Yep, so that'll ignore your stealth and everything else. So
Yes.
2d6 plus 6.
16 hits.
16, yeah.
You've definitely got the flame theme going on in the army. Mission accomplished in that regard.
Yes, we were talking earlier on about what I would love to be able to do. So 3 drop pods
With Infernus Marines.
with Infernus Marines.
Thankfully, that require plenty of painting, so it'll be a while. I don't know. You're on a second squad, so
Yeah,
it's not that far away.
Yeah, just another squad and then 2
Drop pods.
Because with Falkland Heston on the list, Infernus Marines gets OC 2 now instead of OC 1.
All right, so they can become like your battle line almost. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. Sorry, so this is now strength 7.
Okay.
Because you're within 12. Yep, so 3s.
That's too much. It's damage 2 is the problem.
6, 8, 10, 12. And it's -2 damage.
Ugh. Long since dead. Lictor removed from play. It's a shame. He's gone. There's a little bit of shooting left to do. Drop pods fired through. No damage coming through against the Tyrannocyte. Mike's then dedicated the whole unit of aggressors with their flamers into the Lictor to get rid of him, to flush him out. And Mike's also paid 1 CP instead of 2, thanks to the captain's -1 for the devastating wounds ability for their firepower. Really wants that Lictor to be guaranteed gone.
Dead, yeah.
Dead.
So
There's no nonsense with these Marines.
this is the Michael Fryer.
The Michael Fryer burn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Michael, just 4 6s in it and we'll call it a success.
Oh. 1, 2 6s.
It's strength.
I think you're going to be 5s to wound. Are you twin linked with those flamers?
I'm twin linked.
Oof.
Yes. So you know what I'm doing?
Fish.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's it. Easy. Just roll them up and get 2 more 6s.
Oh, we've rubbed it off.
We had a reminder on the board for twin linked, but I actually remembered there with a miracle. 1, 2, done, dead. So that's 6 mortal wounds coming through, or devastating wounds. All right, Lictor gone. Mike really hates them for some reason. Don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why.
So if you like the colour scheme for these, same process. It's mostly contrast, some regular paint for those. There's about 3 tutorials on the channel for Leviathan Tyranids, so you can check those out. It was a very quick army to paint up, which was great. Charges next.
Oh, there is indeed.
All right, so charges taking place. Tyrannocyte's been contacted both by the tank. I think Mike's intention with that is to just get parked squarely on that objective. And then aggressors have gone in with the captain. So it's their combat to see if they can crush that thing. They should do okay, but it is toughest 9. So
Yeah, this is where I'm going to... excuse me, sorry. This is where I'm going to come in with another shred for this...
CP, yeah.
Crucible battle. Shooting a 5 phase. 1 adept to start infantry unit from your army that has not been selected should fight this phase, and then until the end of the phase, each time a model in your unit makes an attack that targets the closest eligible target within 6, add 1 to the win roll.
Oh, right, yeah.
So I'm going from 5s to 4s.
It's a big difference. We've twin linked.
Twin linked, yep.
That should get the job done.
I'm hoping so. Gavin.
Okay.
We're doing all this early doors.
So Mike has not been rattled by the infiltrating shenanigans of the Tyranids here. It's just a methodical burn and crush. It's like working in a kitchen. Just do one dish at a time.
That's all you can do.
So, 3s.
Yeah, 3s. Quite a lot of misses, actually.
There are some 1s and 2s. Whoa, there's a load. 11. That's a lot.
That's 3 and a bit missed.
Okay. 4s to win, twin linked.
Yep.
Could survive this. The damage 2. It's a good roll, and then just a bit of a backup here with twin linked, and it all comes through. Well done.
3, 6, 7.
-2, 5 ups. Oh, terrible. 12 damage. Nothing I can do about it, and we may pop.
Oh, you do?
We do. He cracks the egg. 2d6. Mortal woundness. D3. It's going to catch everybody, including the backup across here. So we'll go with this. Maxed, of course. The other egg. Maxed, of course.
This is where you get from now.
The tank. Maxed, of course. And the aggressors. Maxed, of course. 12 damage in total. God dear.
So 3 off the repulsor.
Yes, as well, yeah.
Down to 13.
It's been the hallmark of the league already. Weird extreme dice rolling, it really has. Good though, like to see the extremes. It makes for interesting and eventful games. Sorry, no. I'm just going to say the captain can fight next. He's been and done, hasn't he? You can move those models closer towards the objective if you so wish. Mike's killing monsters here. He's going to do well on secondaries.
Yeah.
So we'll tuck those in. That's combat's resolved. I'm not going to get to fight back with anything here. So Mike can do that and then we can update on the score. Yeah, Mike has done well on secondaries. He's maxed out for destroying enemy units and objectives. 5 points total. 2 bring it downs. Worth 2 points each as well. So 9 points in total here for the Space Marines. So good result for them on turn 1. Mike set himself some straightforward tasks with Flamer and Combat, and they were successful, destroying multiple Tyranid units. We have taken pretty heavy casualties, actually. If that continues, despite the Tyranids moving out aggressively or deploying aggressively in this game, it'll all be lost if the Space Marines burn their way through. We'll go on to the second turn of the game. Still plenty of danger on the board, though, for the Space Marines. Turn 2 for the Tyranids next. Alright, so turn 2 here for the Tyranids. Cards drawn a lot better for us on secondaries. Secure No Man's Land, which we've pretty much done already. Establish Locus is the other one that's been drawn. I reckon we can do that as well. It's going to require some units to play a bit of musical statues here. This unit here on the home objective or the central objective, the unit of Von Ryan's Leapers actually have a function here. If they don't move, they can go for Establish Locus. They're inside Mike's deployment zone. That's worth 4 points. The other good thing here, it has paid dividends for us pushing forwards. It's come at a cost, casualty-wise, but 15 points coming through for primaries. 1, 2, 3 No Man's Land, or 3 objectives in total being held. So 15 points coming in, and then the potential secondaries coming through. So Von Ryan's Leaper's not moving. Death Leaper not moving. Keeping these where they are, just blocking a bit of deep striking in or flanking with these Von Ryan's Leapers. We've pushed around the corner with the Norn Emissary to get a few shots in against the Land Raider. Tyranifex can see the Land Raider doesn't need to move. Then being careful not to stray within 12 inches of the Land Raider's Overwatch. The Hive Tyrants move around. And then the Screamer Killer has moved up. Tyrannocyte's moved up for close combat as well. That's movement done. Shooting phase next. 2 shots across into the Land Raider. Mike can pop smoke or...
No.
Nothing? No reaction so far. Okay, so I'm going to go for 2 shots to non-emissary, needing 2s against the Land Raider. 2 hits. Strength 12, toughness 12 for the Land Raider.
On this one, yep, toughness 12.
4s. 2 4s. -3, -2 for cover. 2 4-ups. Double 6. God, damage would have been Snake Eyes. First one of the game. Crazy.
Completely opposite of what I rolled.
Terrain effects. We'll go into the Land Raider.
Armor of Contempt.
Armor of Contempt can be played. Because it doesn't sit there for the whole shooting phase. Depends what's shooting at you. Gotcha. Okay, 2s. Yes. Before I carry on, I'm going to use a Patreon. Where is he? Longbow BB. Now's the time to use the dice.
Should I have used Armor of Contempt?
2s to wound. 3s to wound. Oh, it always happens. No. The command reroll. I have 2. The opportunity's there. Oh, I might regret that. Failed! Yep, go ahead. -4, -3, 5-ups.
And cover.
Armor of Contempt, sorry. Yeah, -2, 4-up. No.
Oh.
Nothing Mike can do.
No.
D6. 3 + 6. 9 damage caused against that target. We don't destroy it, but it's a chunk of damage coming through. All right, so we failed to destroy Land Raider. It's a tough target. Mike's protects it. It's down to 7 wounds left. There's some more firepower to come. A few bits across here. We'll resolve those next. Right, so we've pressed on to the rest of the firepower. With the update in the rules for the Hive Tyrant, lethal hits coming through for him and everyone within 6 inches. He caused no damage coming through here. This fired down 2 wounds came through. Damage 2, took out one of the aggressors, and then firepower from this hit a number of times, but no wounds coming through. But the battle shock test was failed, so battle shock there on the vehicle, and that is firepower complete. So firepower's finished. We're going to charges next. All the combat's really revolving around here. We'll see how we get on. The advantage for us is going first, charging. Disadvantage is it's tough targets for sure. If we don't do well, Mike will bite back. We're going to charges next. So I would say this is quite crucial. The charges have gone ahead smooth enough. We're very close to our targets. Whether we can get through to them is the question. So we'll go with the Tyrannosaurus. Whoa, hang on a second. Is it possible that you can interrupt play?
No, 2 CP.
2 CP. Okay. In which case, we'll go Tyrannosaurus first. Just see if we can chip off any wounds with that. So it gets 6 attacks with the Flensing Whips. And in 4s. 6s don't mean anything. Very extreme. 3 1s and 3 6s. It's going to be 3s to wound. Just 1. And it is AP -1. That's been blocked. All right. We'll then turn to the Screamer Killer with its attacks. Yeah, so it's going to be 10 attacks. And for this, we'll certainly turn to Patronic Friend. And I reckon I'll go for Dave Humphreys with these attacks. But no kind of...
What's the AP on this?
Right, yes, just to let you know. Right, so we're going to be 10 attacks, 3s to hit, strength 10, -2, and 3 damage. Yeah, so 0 CP on Armor of Contempt on that unit, which means I'm going to be hitting you at AP -1. Yeah, that's not so good. Shuts me down pretty bad. Looking at 3s then, the Dave Humphreys roll. Ouch, that hurts. Okay. Do you know what? 3s to wound. Hurts again. There's 1s and 2s. Okay, 3 saves of 4 plus. Yeah. If he rolls well, preserve the squad. If rolls badly, a lot of them will go. Oh, he turns to Blood Angels Ryan for
Blood
the saves.
Angel Ryan's going to be for the saves, and then the punch
return. Okay, that's fine.
Yep.
Stage 1, resist.
4 pluses.
Oh, well done. 2 out of 3. So 1 model slain, damage 3. That was swingy, wasn't it? Could have gone either way.
Yes.
Kept the numbers up. Well done.
I don't think the 0 CP armor content would have made a difference anyway.
Yes.
But
you had to protect him.
Better safe than sorry.
Yeah, half the squad destroyed. Well, then that's all I can do. We'll then turn to the Hive Tyrant next. Okay, so we've pushed the model in. Going to dedicate this one to the patron saint of this army, Nate Miller. So we'll go with the bodyguard first, the Tyrant Guard with their attacks. So it's the Crushing Claws, full squad, 6 attacks. 4s. And 3s. Sorry, 5s. Snake Eyes. Again, that's 2 to me this game. We're twin linked. 1 comes through against that vehicle, -2.
5 up. Nope.
Oh, 2 damage. Drop it down to 11 wounds left. Okay, and then we're on 6 attacks with the monstrous Lash Whip and Bone Sword. 2s. It's going to be drop dice. It's going to be 5s to wound. Got strength 10. Twin linked. Oh, a bit of recovery. Okay, 3 come through, so not going to destroy. AP -2.
5 ups. Pass 1, field 2.
Yeah, strength 10, -2. Yeah, each one is 3 damage.
So 6.
6.
Down to 5.
Yeah, 5 wounds left. Alright, so combats here. Tank attacks back and decals a wound against one of the Tyrant Guard. And then all of the attacks coming through from the aggressors into the Screamer Killer. It's got 7 wounds left. We are in trouble. Mike can get these wounds coming through. 3 attacks each. 9 attacks total.
Yep.
In 3s.
3s.
God, not bad at all. Good dice for him.
5s then.
5s to wound, twin linked. 2. This is quite important. Number 1, our toughness protecting us. -2. 4 ups to block. Let Chris decide. Chris Comiskey. Whoa, block 2. 1 gets through. 5 wounds left. If we can survive, it's pretty good.
Yeah, so 5 attacks with Power Fist. Now, remember, he has...
Oh, the captain could do it. Does he have a name yet? Don't think he does he?
No, I don't think so.
What about Captain Burnside?
Yep, so Burnside.
Better than Sideburns.
5 attacks, hitting on...
Help Mike get a name here before I choose one for him.
2s. Again, this is Blood Angel's Ram.
Oh, yes, I remembered, yeah.
This is now strength 11.
Okay, yes, we're toughness 10, I think, with him. No, we're toughness 9, so yeah, 3s.
3s.
Ah! 1.
1 up -2 damage.
Come on, block it. -2.
Yeah.
Survived. Screamer killer, come on. There's a big bust up here. This is a mini battle taking place, but with some very heavy hitting units.
And then he's the Relic Blade. On 2s. Both hit. And that'll be 5s. 5, 6, 7, 8. That's strength hit.
1 comes through.
-2 damage.
Blocked that one as well. Just about clinging on, keeping our wounds. 5 wounds left. Surviving, that's quite crucial across there. So this is undecided for sure. Space Marines certainly haven't been eradicated. Neither of the Tyranids have survived the counterpunch here. End of turn, I reckon. We'll give you an update on the score. I think Tyranids done okay. Okay, so end of turn, points coming through. Good for the Tyranids. 15 points of primaries. And then established locus was achieved by the standing still Von Ryan's Leapers, and secure no man's land picked up with the 2 no man's land objectives. That's the way this Tyranid list has been built, and they've reaped a good number of points coming through. But it's costing them heavily. Mike's picking off units here with the crush and burn policy. And at that rate, he'll start clearing objectives It's hard to call. It's difficult. There is certainly a fight across here. Mike's going to rally his forces and go for a second round here against these Tyranids. At end of turn, we will go on to turn 2 now for the Salamanders. All right, so movement here for the Salamanders. Containment, which I think is performing actions on flanks. I think Mike's probably too busy for that with his units here as they seek to continue to take the fight to the Tyranids. Extend battle lines, quite doable. Capture objectives outside of Mike's deployment zone. So Land Raiders moved quick. Mike rolled a 6 for advance, disembarking with the Blade Guard Veterans Lieutenant and Agrak Sagatone first. They're going to try and smash their way through to the central objective. Then Land Raider, its base of 12 moving it. -2 for the pivot, and then bursting through 6 inches, heading straight towards the Tyrannifex. That is the way to play that. It's very cool. Leaving the non-emissary to his own devices across here. Weighing heavily on this flank, trying to overwhelm the Tyranids on that objective and to burn, crush and secure back onto their objective with these. They've shifted across in this direction. The other squad of Heston's turned up here, kind of knew he'd turn up here because I think that's his objective marked there. And then ongoing combats with the vehicle and the captain with the aggressors. So noticing Mike's got more options, you've noticed that as well. You dropped the third big vehicle and it's created enough points to add in a few more units. Mike's constantly got units turning up and resources available on the board. So dynamics, looking a bit more of a dynamic list, I think. Still plenty of punch. Loads more flamers as well, which is good. Terminators, another option, have turned up here, and it's not really a unit you can ignore. There'll be a pain here in this corner. So movement's done. Salamander's doing well. A chance for them to burn again. We'll see what kind of progress they can make with their firepower next. All right. Burn and crush. 10d6 auto hits with the second Inferno squad with Heston. This is the number of shots coming through. Mike's going into here. We've checked the rules. Correct us if you think we're wrong. He's in base contact, engagement range. It's a monster though, so big guns never tire. Monsters can shoot and be shot at whilst in close combat. Torrent weapons, as strange as it may seem, and you'd think the captain would mind if 10 flamers were firing near him, but they're also, there's no restriction here for firing into close combat. Blast, yes, but these aren't blast weapons, these are torrent. And you played a CP on them?
No.
Stretch them? We didn't play stretch them.
No.
Heston's done his pointy thing. He points at a target and then get a bonus. Toughness 9. 5 to win.
5 to win, yep. Reroll 1.
And sorry, you're rerolling because of Heston's...
Heston pointed at it and says, reroll.
Wow, great combination.
You have to be visible and within 24.
Well, fine.
Which is why sometimes I think put them on a drop pod or in a vehicle is better.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, reroll on the wound's crazy.
This is about experimenting, so
yeah.
This is the reroll now.
5s. And there's definitely more coming through. There's a heap down there. Oh, there's a 5 in there, Mike. There is another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 at -1.
Okay. 4 ups on the Tyrannocyte. You're still alive. 2 wounds left. Over moment, as you can see, it's on the Screamer Killer.
So Heston will go on down.
Okay.
He is D6 plus 3.
Smite roll a 1.
So yeah,
Plus 3. Number of shots, yeah. Okay.
So 5s again, rerolling.
Got 3.
Well, this is only -1 with damage, so.
Oh, done it.
Yeah. Or CP reroll.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Do we blow up? No, we detonated another egg. Must be Easter time. Right, so it's D3, isn't it?
for the egg.
Yeah, I think it is. D3. 2 this time. Oh, it hurts. Oh, I'd rather not. Right. The vehicle. 2. Dropping down to 3. And then your guys. Max. Oh, brilliant. Sorry. That's good to get one of those. 2 of them left. Oh, another egg gone. Target destroyed. Tyranids removed from play. There's been a strange menace in this game. Mission accomplished, so target brought down. Yeah, no, I'd say. If it ever was going to blow up, if you poured 10 D6 flame weapons into it, filled the egg up with flames.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. It blew up. And then all the guts and flames would have then gone out across all the vehicles and wounding everyone else. Yeah, that's narrative. Fair enough. We'll move on to something else. Right, tank's got to offload everything it has into the Screamer Killer. -1 hit rolls for either the damage you've taken or the fact that you're in close combat, doesn't matter. Las Talon.
Yeah, so 2 shots on 4s, rerolling.
Yes, wait for a moment. 2 4s, here it comes. Screamer Killer's surely going to go.
2s.
2s to wound. Oh, for a moment, so useful. 2 wounds come through.
-3.
We're going to go. That goes through. I'm not going to command reroll. D6 plus. Got him.
Oh, I've seen it. I've seen it.
Flash to 6. Target destroyed. Another monster goes here. Tyranids. Their toughness starting to waver here. A lot of green on this side of the board. Good shooting so far. That's all of it. He declared everything into this. That's him finished. Right, so resolve their firepower. They can just about see through onto the Tyrant's guard and caused 8 wound in total. So that's all firepower down here finished.
Well, Terminators are going to go into...
Terminators into there?
Yeah,
okay.
Doesn't matter range either one, yeah. If you're shooting at your oath at the moment.
Ah, okay. Right, this is hits coming through from Stormbolters.
6s again.
6 to wound. There's a load. Oh, 4.
4.
2 ups. Blocked. And then the assault cannon.
4.
Mike hopes to launch a charge across here, needing 9. He's just going to try and do a bit of DACA here. 3s. Followed by 6s.
6s. Looking for Dev.
There's 1. All right, nothing I can do about it. A wound taker. Drop it down to 15 wounds left. Right, Land Raiders firepower. Everything it has is going into the Tyrannifex here. Mike could have reversed. He could have hidden around the corner. He's gone for the headlong charge straight at this thing. Great to see. He's got a chance to offload all of his firepower and to try and soften it up.
Yeah, so we're going to go for... I'm trying to get all your... Well, I don't know. Right, we'll start with the multi-mil then. Okay. 2 shots hitting on 3s. 2 hits. Strength 9.
5s.
1.
Got it.
-4.
Yes. So I'll try and save it first. Oh, we block it. Whoa.
You are supposed to block it.
Okay, sorry. Come on, reroll.
Stormbolter.
Stormbolter here. 6s.
Nope.
No.
3, 4, 6.
Assault cannon. And you can try and chew through this to try and get some devastating ones. So 6s and reroll. Got 1. Well done. Nothing I can do about it, so we'll take another win. Drop it down to 14. It's a grinding process here.
So we're really hoping for high. 2d6 plus 6.
Ooh, 10 hits. Are they twin linked? I don't think so. Okay.
10. They are not. No.
And crucially, what strength? I think you're over strength 6.
Strength 7 now.
Alright, so that tips you over into 5 swings. Some. And ignoring cover.
Just 4, yeah.
Minus.
-2, 2 damage.
These will go through. Or not. Oh, Xenos dice. Whoa, blocked them all. That's 8 damage. Stopped.
I don't like it.
Okay. And there's not much else. Yeah, there's Infernus Marines across the other side. They, to be honest, should make short work of the Von Ryan's Leapers. Bit of pistol fire across here, we reckon, and that's about it. 37 hits with the Flamers. The psychic attacks are no wounds coming through, but 37 hits from Flamers into the Von Ryan's Leapers. I do rate Infernus Marines, Mike. They're not that expensive for a unit. Tremendous amount of Flamer ability. You may as well max out on that with the ability for the Salamanders. It fits very narratively with your theme. Brilliant anti-horde, brilliant overwatch. And then if you do need to chip away on wounds against anything, they can do it.
Well, we're just saying it do it.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, they're universally useful. Yeah, what is your strength? On toughness 5.
Yeah, these are now...
Oh, could be +1. Strength 6.
Strength 6, yep.
That's fantastic.
3s
then. If you're watching this, go and make yourself a cup of tea, because there's no need to watch this. We know what's going to happen. Just going to get burnt out. There's 1 in there, Mike. You can take that out. Oh, he's counting out in 5s. Not good.
26.
26. Oh, boy. There's a lot of saves. It's not going to be enough, though. They're dead. Okay, they could be removed from play. Another one of those units burnt out entirely. You've got this extinction mode here. Yeah, casualties beginning to mount up. So that's our casualty pile. We've still got those to come on. Mike's casualty pile across the other side. Just not even a dozen models yet. Just about 9. 9 models slain. Okay, Blade Guard Veterans, a couple of pistol shots coming from them. And that's firepower finished. All right, so pistol firepower proved very good. We've had a lot of saves. Mike got plenty of wounds. Just 1 wound left on Death Leaper. Absolutely tragic. But Mike will need to charge him to try and bring him down. That's shooting phase finished. We're going to charges next. Definitely the momentum is with the Salamanders. But still, there's units on the board for the Tyranids. They have a potent unit in reserves. The battle's far from over. And they've been scoring okay so far. So we'll go on to we'll go on to Mike's charge phase next. Now in its charge, this would be great if they can make it in against the Tyranofex.
Yeah, Ray.
Oh, the Ray Cross charge. He's usually pretty good at getting 9s and above. He likes a good charge. It just means
I can blame Ray.
No. And no command reroll available. Terminators.
I had it. Yeah.
No, still no. Okay.
What I'll do is...
Those, yeah. They can maybe run around that direction.
Yeah.
To fight against the Tyrant. Or filter through there. Might have to go up, so it'll be tricky enough. You can declare it and we can measure it, can't you?
Yeah.
An 8. Oh, typical. We'll check this one. This charge goes ahead here. Blade Guard Veterans going in. They will flush out Death Leaper, no problem. But he's got fights first, so he will get to make his attacks before he dies. This charge did go ahead across here. 8 inches is fine. That's made it in against the Hive Tyrant. Didn't see that coming. Mike was tied up in combat, but he got himself out of that. And has now used the captain to charge in against the Hive Tyrant. Okay, so 2 vicious combats to resolve. This one across here, and then also the one on this side continuing. Right, 6 attacks. I'll go Carl Roden. He'd like this. Because I might be able to pick out Agrak Sagatone. 2s. Now, come on. God, always miss with 1. 3s to end. Come on. Not bad. Okay. 4 saves at -2.
What's the damage on it?
Damage 2 each time. Agrak Sagatone's in 1 save.
4+, yeah.
4 pluses. All except 1. Well done, Mike. You survived the assassination attempt. 2 wounds taken on Agrak Sagatone. So for the interest of me potentially interrupting play with the Hive Tyrant, Mike's going to go first across here with the captain and the 2 aggressors that remain. Aggressors first to strip the bodyguard.
3, yeah, well, hopefully.
3s. I'm not sure if I pointed it out, but at the start of Mike's turn, I played Shadow in the Warp.
Yes.
I don't think I called it out right. So we had a failure here, but then Mike used CP to pass in order that he picked up points for primaries on that one, because OC5, very handy to have that. Everyone else passed apart from, Yes, that team across the Infernal Marines didn't really affect them. Just would have stopped him from using stratagems. That's been and gone. The Land Raider across here passed as well. Whilst at certain objectives, Mike was able to pick up his points for primaries.
Yep.
No problem.
Excuse me, sorry, 3s.
3 fits. Okay. Strength 8. I'm going by the toughness of the bodyguards. It's going to be 4s. Twin linked. Don't need twin linked. Minus 2.
-2 to damage, yeah.
5 ups. Blocked 1. It's going to slay that model and slay another at damage 2. Slay that model. Slay another one. Okay.
And then the Cadian
Yeah, the captain himself.
has 5 attacks, 2, 4, 5. 2s.
Okay.
Strength 11.
Yep, 3s to hit.
Still 3s, yeah.
Yes. Go through.
-2 to damage.
5 ups. I'll do 2 5 ups first. Wah! And that one goes through, which will take, dropping down to 2 wins left. That's 2 damage, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Relic Blade.
Blade, maybe finish the bodyguard off.
2.
2 hits.
Strength 8.
Force to wound. 1 comes through. Not
-2 to damage.
blocked. I'll use my built-in ability for a command reroll. Still not blocked. So model slain. And I'll take off my token to show that I've used that up. Okay.
Yep.
So he remains. Bodyguard stripped away. It's annoying because he was quite nicely protected by them, but Mike's gone in for a decent charge. Next charge will be the Blade Guard veterans. See if you can be smashed by the hammer of Agrax Agatone here.
Yep, so he has 5 attacks. 3, 4, 5.
1 successful smash will do it.
Yep.
2s.
2s, 6s are lethals. Of course, I roll 2 1s.
There's a lethal.
Lethal. This is strength 10.
3s.
And it's re-rollable, but I don't need it, so it's 3.
3 go through. 1 needed, 1 you got.
Yeah, -2, flat 3.
Smashed. Alright, so target removed. Attacking back. Yeah, I'll put all my attacks into the vehicle with the, yes. 2s. Add 5s. Twin linked. That's the job. Yeah, 4 go through at -2. 5 ups on 4 dice. Surely it's enough. It is. 12 damage comes through. Target destroyed. Does it blow up? Surely we can't have any more explosions. Another one blows up.
What is going on?
I don't know. It's just there's hidden explosives around here. Admech haven't tied it up after themselves. D6. It is, right. How many do I take? No, maxed at 6. Oh, the agony. No, he was so well protected. What's he down to? 4 wounds left. And your squad? Maxed out again. How many mortal wounds have we seen over here? About 30 odd mortal wounds have been dished out by 2 exploding eggs and a green box. Okay. Unbelievable. And you know what? It strips you down that I might be holding that objective maybe. After a battle shock test. What a twist. Rossi 3. How bizarre. How bizarre, how bizarre.
Well, I'm only OC1, so regardless, yes.
We got it, yeah. There'll be a test for me, though, for the damage that I've taken, but we could end up holding that objective. Kind of weird, because we do hold this one. We hold that one. Norn Emissary is very happy over there. And then we could get a third. That'll be great for us as far as getting points of primary is concerned. So, how interesting. The table's all of a sudden looking very empty here. It's visually quite a difference when once one of those vehicles goes. It really does reduce the visual impact of an army. Okay.
What do you think what was sitting?
There's tons of stuff. Oh, man, it's loads. It really was. Okay. End of turn. Quite a adventure we've been on so far. And this is just the end of turn 2. Vicious stuff. This is what we like for our league games. 2 armies really going for it, which is what both sides have done. Great to see in their own style. We'll give an update on the score. All right, so points coming through. 10 points for primaries. 2 points for extend battle lines because of the explosive stuff across there. Just that unit in the middle was taken. No man's land. I don't think either side's going to get a low score in this game. Both of us have still got assets on the board to continue to score points, both the Tyranids and the Salamanders. As to who will win, it's not decided yet. I don't think the Tyranids are out of the fight yet. And they're about to pick up potentially 15 points coming through. So another chance for them to get a decent enough score on their third turn. Middle stage of the battle. We'll move on to turn 3 for the Tyranids next. All right, so turn 3 here for the Tyranids. As we said, 15 points coming through for primaries. Sabotage. And no prisoners, which is destroying enemy units anywhere on the board. Overwatch bomb. Pinned us down again. Tyranid standing still. Trying not to be noticed. So sitting still with him. Not moving with her. I can fall back and charge, but not going to. Because I want to get Overwatch. So we'll sit where we are with him. Then across this side, this is a very friendly area here for the Tyranid. So Norn Emissary just poked his head around the corner just to try a few shots at range. And then Von Reinsleeper's darting across in this direction at this stage. And then bear in mind we've still got the Tyranid Warriors and Prime to arrive. We're keeping those off for now. Shooting phase next. Okay, bit of shooting to cover. It's not going to take too long. He's already fired. He can fire out of close combat with blast. He's gone into that target across there, and we kill one Marine. That's with his Stranglethorn cannon. Norn Emissary is going to play Psychic Tendril Neuroparasite. Going to try and put parasites into the mind of Agrax Agatone. 2 attacks. I'll call this out for Mike because he might want to use CP to try and protect him a little bit. Or not. So 2 attacks, it's going to be needing 2s, range 18. 2s to hit, strength 8, minus 2, d3 damage. So if they both went through in their precision. So we could try and root him out, you see. This is the...
Yeah, that's fine.
Let it go. Okay. 2s. 2s. Goes through. Minus 2. Goes through. It's d3. 5+ will kill him. Come on, reroll. Boy. Does go through. Parasite. Ah! Yeah. Come on, reroll. Is that important? Well, yeah. No, it's the same result. I have wasted command rerolls in this game. He's down to 1 wound left. I couldn't resist. I'm sorry about that. I just couldn't resist the temptation.
I would.
You would have done it, right?
Yeah,
okay, fair enough. Turn effects. Everything it has into the Land Raider. I used my command reroll. Oh,
you did.
I did. Do you want to spend CP on...
I wanted to save that CP because I was going to pop smoke and armor contempt.
Oh, right, okay.
If you're hitting on 2s, minus 4, go to minus 3. I'll do armor contempt on.
Whoa. 2s to hit. I've got the 2 hits. It's going to be 3s to wound. Come on, reroll! And if I had a command rerolled, I would have got it. It's down to 1 then. 1 at minus 3 in total then.
Yeah.
5+. Killer.
Oh, no cover.
We're saying no cover. I can catch the whole of the model in the open there.
I was
fishing for any possibility. Mike rolled, by the way. It didn't blow up, thankfully.
No.
I had enough of those. Okay.
Come on, reroll. Yeah.
So it's not over for the turn effect. It's good to have this thing anchoring on the board, but obviously on its left-hand side, there's going to be problems with the Terminators moving in. But the second vehicle goes. This table now starts to look quite empty, and firepower is complete. Another bizarre turn. Agrax Agatone almost destroyed by a parasite. And then whilst he's scratching his head, Land Raider destroyed by the Tyrannifex, almost at point-blank range. We'll go on to combats next. I don't know. With the vehicles destroyed, I could go across here to tie these up. To try and keep you away from being disruptive. I might do that. And then obviously we've got a continuing combat across there. Toughness. I'll think about this one. Yeah, I'm going to go for this to try and halt Mike's movement. He'll let me know after the game whether that was a good idea. So try and do the charge, which we don't. And no, I will not become wrong. So we'll leave him exactly where he is. So Mike to go first, actually, for this one. You've got a chance to bring the Hive Tyrant down.
I'm going to use his once per turn 0.
Yes.
Well, reduce the CP to give me +1 to the win roll.
Oh.
Might as well, because he's probably going to die.
Look at this proper clash between these two to the death. I think one of these is going to die this turn. Mike's got the first chance. 5 attacks with the fist. Surely this is the time.
When the pressure's on. 2s.
So I can use a command reroll in a different phase of the same turn?
Yeah.
Okay. All hit so far.
All hit. Strength 11.
Oh. 3s to wound.
+1 to the win roll.
2s to wound. Oh, he's got me.
Oh. Watch
the ones. There's 2. Oh no, there's 2. 3 make it through. 4+ invulnerable saves. This whole facing, it's a failure. 1 goes through. It's going to be 2 wounds taken. I'll use his built-in command reroll. 0 CP command reroll. And it is blocked on the invuln save, so no further damage coming through. But hold on, you can keep going with your little sword. Another 1. Oh, re-rolling.
No. It's just.
Oh, the wound, right? Gotcha.
-2, 2 damage.
Oh, the 4 wounds because +1 to the wound roll. Gotcha. Goes through, and I used his ability. I better take that off. This is a regular. No. I can't do a regular command reroll. No, I can't. There's nothing I can do about it. So I'm going to take 2 damage there. Drop it down to 2 wounds left. Nearly died. We'll strike back. Lash whip and bone sword. Right, your toughness.
6.
Our strength is 10. 3s. Reroll. Okay, 4 at -2. Each one's 3 damage. Captain's on full strength. Just needs to. If 2 go through, he's slain. No, maybe not actually. You've blocked all of them except 1. But I think you half damage with a Gravis, Captain.
Yep.
You do. In which case, you just take 2 damage. Oh, he lives.
Down to 4.
God, I thought either one of those was a goner. Well done. Locked in mortal combat. And on higher wounds as well. God, tanking it like a boss. Okay, end of combats. Yeah, and now all of a sudden, not much left on the board. You're not updating the score. All right, so points coming through. 2 points picked up for no prisoners. That was destruction of the Land Raider across here. We're keeping sabotage for another turn. And then 15 points for primaries. Takes us to 41 points. It's not too bad of a score here for the Tyranids, despite the battering that they've taken. Space Marine is currently on 21, but they've got a turn in hand. So we're going to press on. We're going to go on to turn 3, middle turn here for the Space Marines next. Right, it's turn 3 here for the Salamanders. 5 points for primaries, anchored in the middle with Agrax Agatone. Slight adjustment with them. Mike says he's pushing them forwards in this direction. Just getting into a better setup here if he needs to surge forwards and go after our home objective, for example, across there. It's a very quiet Lictor. Hasn't moved the entire game. Well, no, he moved around a little bit, but he's been very quiet, just hiding under the shadows.
If I don't move, they can't see me.
Terminators are going to cross here. Secondaries that Mike has drawn is Defend Stronghold.
Defend Stronghold, which you've now put under pressure, and behind enemy lines.
Behind enemy lines, yes. Okay. So, seen those move. The captain's backed out of close combat, advanced across here with these, got themselves onto the objective. They can still shoot with their weapons. The idea is just try and strip off the last few wounds from the Hive Tyrant and bring him down. That should, for the rest of the game, secure that objective across there. It looks like both armies are setting up a situation for themselves where the game may run quite close, but the upside for both of us is we're trying to set up units to rake in points for the next few turns coming through. So each of us should be able to pick up a decent enough score. It seems to be that way because this gap's now starting to open up. It's where each faction can camp out on certain objectives. Mike's moved around onto the home objective for Defend Stronghold, but turning up inside his deployment zone is the Tyranid Prime and the Tyranid Warrior just over 9 inches away, blindsiding them as well, so we can potentially go and hunt him down, or hunt his unit down with a possible charge if it goes well. That's movement done. Great thing about 10th edition, as we see in most games, the spread of play all around the board, which is good to see. That is movement done. Shooting phase next. Shooting phase finished, nice and quick. Hive Tyrant's gone, burnt out by another 10 flamer hits coming through, or 10d6 flamer hits coming through, and then doing quite well with Oath of Moment placed on here, stripping us down to 11 wounds left on the Tyrannifex. We're going to charges next. Right, charges taking place. Rolled an 11. Smike's rolled the Terminators right the way around. They are a threat now to our home objective, so good play. And now they can finally do their attacks, combined with Oath of Moment against the Tyrannifex. So these are going to be Power Fists here. It's a full squad with Oath of Moment. This isn't bad.
And Fury the first, so...
Yes.
Hit 1, 2s, reroll 1.
Well, they've all got... No. Sergeant with the Sword.
Oh.
So it should be 12 attacks in total, I think.
Yeah.
Yep. +1 hit rolls.
Yeah.
And rerollable.
Rerollable. Wow. 2s.
That's the way to play Terminators. All of them except 1. 5's to wound becomes 4s.
Yeah.
Not bad. Our toughness has helped, but there's wounds coming through. 5.
5.
-2.
-2 damage, yeah.
4 ups. Now blocking a lot of them. I'll use my ability now and ignore that as well. So no damage coming through, and then just the sword from the sergeant. Oh, hit with +1. 5's to wound. 1 wound comes through.
That's 2.
Blocked that as well. No damage coming through. We'll strike back. It's nothing too scary from her. 4 attacks. 2 hits. A wound. 2 up save. Fine. Combat resolved, but bogging the Terminators down. So end of turn. Points coming through. 5 points for primaries. 3 points for behind enemy lines, thanks to the Terminators across here. Taking Mike to 29 points. Tyranids have the lead. 41 points to 29. Defend Stronghold's been dumped just because of the threat now posed by the Tyranid Warriors and Prime. We've gone to turn 4. Later stages of this battle. Both armies still well and truly in the fight. It's turn 4 here for the Tyranids. If you enjoy our content, you want to see more, we do have bonus content, including battle reports, and including crucial league battles as well, over on YouTube channel membership. There's a link for that in the video description below. Or you can go to channel homepage, hit the join button. Most people go for Aspect Warrior level to give you the bonus content, or you can push up into the higher tiers if you want to support us further and take advantage of some of the perks. You can join us as an Autarch, Phoenix Lord, join us on the WhatsApp groups, and the other perks available. And then this channel survives because of viewers like yourself tuning in and supporting us through membership and Patreon. So if you can, support us here on the channel. So we've done our move, and it's 10 points coming through for primaries. The non-emissary, a very welcome unit in this list here, has picked up another 5 points across there. And the lone lictor across here, again on the home objective. Then the turn effect, stay in close combat across here. See if we can survive to try and tie up these Terminators. Nothing we can do about that objective. It's been held. Nothing we can do about the middle. But the Tyranid Warriors have made their move. Sneaking. Look at him poking his head around the corner. Getting ready to try and jump the Marines across the other side of the wall. That's their intent. That's movement done. One other thing. Storm hostile objective, which potentially we can do across there at Mike's home objective, and sabotage, which we saved. The Von Ryan's Leapers have got themselves into the terrain that's just inside Mike's deployment zone, and they're going to complete that action over on that flank for more points coming through. Shooting phase next. Firepower across here, no effect at all. Lorn Emissary with his Parasite attack again, going after Agrak Sagatone. It's very annoying, isn't he? Won't get involved in the fight and just picks at people from distance.
What's the minus on it?
-2. I rolled that too quick, so if you want to play it and you've got 2 CP, play Armour of Contempt to try and protect him.
Yeah.
Which will take you to -1, which will take you to a 4-up invuln save anyway. So maybe not worth it.
Adric Zagatone's a 2+ save.
Is he? It is worth it, okay. And then we're going to go for wounding here. Come on, reroll. Yep. 2 3-ups. Oh, yeah! Oh, survived.
It still could benefit you. You could draw Assassin hit.
Yes, on a future turn. Yeah. Okay. No shooting with the Warriors. They can't do any shooting anyway. Charges next. So Warriors have gone in, 9-inch charge, and they've leapt right the way round against that squad. It's raised a question here. We think we know the answer, and you're welcome to chip in on this one. Let us know in the comments section below. We'd love to know the answer on this. So we have Tyranid Warriors with their profile. We have the Winged Tyranid Prime, who actually has the Vanguard Invader keyword. Our question is, he has the Vanguard Invader keyword. He's joined that unit. Does he give that keyword to them? We reckon the answer is yes. It's not an ability here that he has. It's a keyword. And when you join the 2 units together, we then go to leader. And it says, whilst a bodyguard unit contains a leader, which is the situation we're in, it is known as an attached unit, with the exception of rules that are triggered when units are destroyed. At page 12, it is treated as a single unit for all rules purposes. So it sounds like they merge and the keywords are then shared, in which case we get it. If Vanguard Invader was like an ability for him, then he wouldn't grant it to the rest of the squad. So, for example, his upgrade that we gave him, Chameleonic, gives him the stealth ability. And that ability goes up here next to Deep Strike, for example, and Leader goes there. It's not a shared keyword, and therefore the Warriors don't get stealth, only that individual model. So I think we're correct, but let us know in the comment section below. That being the case, it opens up for us the possibility of using Surprise Assault, a Vanguard Invader unit from your army, in which case I'm going to play it for a CP. I'm going to elect to... Mike says yes, he's just checking online as well. You reckon? So it seems to be the...
The example that I've given here is an attached unit contains a leader model with the Psyker keyword.
Oh yeah.
While that leader is part of that unit, the entire unit is considered to have the Psyker keyword.
Got it. That's fine. Okay. We do our best. We really do. in the sea of constant changing rules.
Yes.
Okay. Right. In which case I'm going to play it. So Mike needs to do a battle shock test. If you fail, we'll get +1 to the wound roll.
Oh yeah. So ideally you want me to fail. 5, 6, 7. No.
You passed?
I'm a 6. So even with the -1.
There isn't any -1. You're good.
Me to 6.
Whew, okay, all right. +1 to hit rolls, though. So we'll be on 2s to hit, and we'll elect to reroll 1s. It's going to be a lot of accurate blade swinging going on here. Yeah, Mike's not going to play Armour of Contempt because he's got a 4+ invulnerable save because of the Librarian.
Yeah, Metal Fortress.
Okay. Yeah. Because it's damage 2, we're going to start with the Prime. 2s. So we fouled with 1. He doesn't get to reroll 1s because it's a roll that's unique to the Tyranid Warriors. But sustained hits. So add those in. And we're looking at 3 to wound. These are not twin linked. This is the Prime Talons. 4 at -1. 4 saves of 4+. Each one's damage 2.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just hacked down 4. He's only half the squad. It's coming from the Prime. Alright, we'll do these in batches of 18, I think. So the first 18. There's 6 attacks each. They are a threat to bring on later in the game. This has happened a few times. So we're looking at 2s, and we've chosen to reroll 1s. This is very accurate attacks here. There's 2 sustained coming through, so that ups it to 20. 3s to wound. This is vicious. Rerolling for twin linked. That's 19 saves. Cool, they shred. If they can get their ambush in and strike at full strength, it's a dangerous unit. 19 4-ups.
Damage 2?
No, damage 1.
Damage 1.
Yeah. So mixed results here. Mike's counting out whole models. It's 4 dead. 5 dead. And
5, yeah,
that's the squad gone, 'cause it's an understrength squad. 1 wound on the librarian.
Yeah.
Whoa, looks like the wipeout is in sight here. Go over the next 18. The final 18. Looks terrible, but 2s to hit is helping us. God. And rerolling the 1s. Yeah. And sustained. And then 3s. He's gonna, yeah, Mike's just gonna drop some dice here. He's gonna go. He's gonna go. It's not, yeah, he's gonna go. Gone. Yeah, there's loads of wounds. Okay, target destroyed. Target wiped.
Yep.
It's a wipeout. Alright, so slight adjustment with those Tyranid warriors, but they have claimed the home objective there from the Space Brains. Ours is not looking particularly healthy. But Terminators first need to try and get through this Tyrannifex. So Mike will give it another go here. All of the Power Fists are available.
Yep, so
2s. Some 1s.
Oh, reroll 1 because you're off.
Yeah, there's another 1 in there. Just 1 more. That's it. And Mike's on 2s because there's Oath of Moment on me.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then
+1 to wound. Right, continues on. 4s to wound.
4s.
Yeah. You know, I rolled well last time, but that's not going to keep going here.
2, 4, 6.
4 ups. Rolled okay again, but 2 go through.
4 damage.
4 damage, dropping down to 7. Now it's starting to bite. And the sword.
Which is 2, 4. Reroll 1.
Okay.
And then
5s.
5.
No. Okay. And then my attacks back will be insignificant. 2 hits. 2 wounds. Goes through. So you can check that 3. That 3 may have hit. It has. 3s to wound. Another save. 2 up. And passed. All good. That's combat's resolved. So, combat's resolved and end of turn. It's a good run here for the Tyranids. 10 points for primaries, 6 for sabotage, 4 for storm hostile objective, 20 points on the board. Despite the hits that we've taken, some key units on the table helping the Tyranids to pick up points, taking them to 61 points. It's a good score. If the game ended now, it'd be a good score for them. So happy enough with that. 29 points here for the Salamanders. Looks like they're going to get another 10, 5 and 5, so they're going to build on their tally as well. We'll go on to turn 4 for the Salamanders next. All right, it's turn 4 here for the Salamanders. Ongoing fight moving these across here to try and go after my home objective and take out this Lictor. Cards drawn is no prisoners, so destroying enemy units, and then storm hostile objective as well. If Mike doesn't do it this turn, he'll do it next turn potentially with those. And then just compacting onto that objective. That will be held through to the end of the game. 10 points of primaries. Shooting phase next. Shooting phase finished. Firepower here against the monster. No wounds coming through. Or wounds did come through, block them all. Add a 9-inch charge, I reckon, to get to the Lictor and smash through to this objective. It's a big enough roll. Snake eyes. Come on, reroll straight away. 4, no, they stumble here and no charge taking place. Just this ongoing combat next. Combat's resolved and drop it down to 4 wounds left, but still alive, and then no damage in return. Okay, so turn 5 here for the Tyranids. 15 points of primaries. Again, across here, the Lictor and the Warriors. Cards coming through. Behind enemy lines, a dream for us here, and containment, another good one. So backing off of those, Von Ryan's Leapers, glad I kept them alive. They've moved down and gone for containment along the back line. Backing off here in containment, now that she's done her job on the objective, backing off to go over 9 to get containment here, on another flank for points coming through. So really, that's it. A bit of firepower, and then maybe an assassination attempt with the third Lictor. A chance to try and take on Agrax-Agatone. Right, so shooting, no impact. Charge goes ahead. We'll go straight into this to see if we can assassinate Agrax-Agatone. Mike's played Armor Contempt. 2s. 3s. 4, 5. -1 really. Taking you to a 3-up save.
Yeah.
Okay, just if you foul 2, he's gone. Damage 2. He lives. He lives. He could die. He's gone. Got him. Oh, that's good. That'll rile the Space Marines here to see him brought down. Then Mike will bring the Lictor down. All right, so Lictor is destroyed. There's very good news for the Tyranids here. They've reaped points once again. 15 points of primaries. Containment has brought 6 points coming through. It's been done twice. One on the flank and one at Mike's line. His deployment zone bringing us to 6 points for that one. Behind enemy lines as well with 2 units, giving us another 4. It's 25 points on the final turn of the game. Catapulting the Tyranids to 86 points. They were wrecked across here. But especially the back line with the Warriors, and over on this flank, we've reaped a lot of points coming through. We'll go on to turn 5 now. We'll see what tally these Salamanders are able to obtain. Okay, so we've pressed ahead and completed the turn, and we can give you a final score. Mike got 15 points of primaries. He's able to claim his points at the end of the turn, not at the start. So rolled very well for an advance, and got just within range of the central objective to grab that right at the very last part of the game. So 5 points there, 5 points with the captain, 5 points with this squad moving through at the end of the turn. So that's 15 points of primaries. Very useful to have that come through. Established locus was achieved by these for another 4 points as well. So we do have a final score, and we do have a winner. It's the Tyranids. They've won this battle with a decent score come through of 86. Cashing in at the end, though, with the Salamanders, Mike's boosted his final score to 60. So he's lost the game, but it's a good losing score here so that his force will be able to build on that on their second game. I think Mike's saying, memory serves him right, there was a low score for the first game for the Salamanders last season. So happy enough with 60 points coming through. I thought the Tyranids were losing it, but just kept cashing in on the points. It's kind of what this list is designed to do. Knowing that the Tyranids don't hit as hard as other factions. They're softer than other factions, but you can try and build an army that's stealthy and able to pick up points for primaries and secondaries. So, Xenos win this fight here. Revenge of the Imperium theme will continue, but Xenos have gained the upper hand and have achieved victory. We'll talk about units of the game next for both sides. Whilst I think about that, I'm going to call out 2 silver level patrons. That's Dumpy Grimbo and Brian Nielsen. Thanks to them for their support at silver level. Units of the game for both sides. Both of us saying it was a team effort here for both armies. Honourable mention to the non-emissary. A good game for a non-emissary is a quiet game where it can just sit on its nest and rake in the points. 5 points a turn, just raking it in with him is a good anchor point and adds a bit of stability to this Tyranid army. Because other units can get overwhelmed and cut down quite quick. If you've got something that's quite solid and dependable, it's a great asset to have. I'm going to give it to the warriors across there. They're a scary, decent unit to have in the back pocket, and they accomplish their mission with ruthless efficiency, destroying the Infernos Marine unit and the Librarian, snatching that home objective, helping us to pick up points during the game. So that's the two units I'm going to choose. Other units are okay. A lot of my stuff did get chopped down, especially units across here.
Yeah.
He likes the Blade Guard veterans. We stayed away from them because they are so good. They ploughed their way through across here. A great unit to have surging through the middle. They're happy enough to take on pretty much anybody.
Yeah, especially with the combination of Adrex.
Both of them is great with them. Yeah, they're a very, very good unit indeed.
Infernus Marines coming down and just starting to clear.
They're very impressed with those. Yeah, the Infernus Marine squads did very well in this game as well. Any unit in particular? It's difficult to call.
Yeah.
You're always welcome to choose in the comment section. Let us know what units you think did well.
I'll stick with Blade Guard.
Blade Guard veterans, solid and dependable unit. That's the battle. Keep a lookout for more league battles on the channel and on YouTube channel membership to see the full league. It's a great time to join us now, just as we're starting out here with these battles. If you want to see all the games, then do join us on YouTube channel membership to catch all the action. But in this particular fight, Xenos have prevailed. Leviathan Tyranids are victorious. Great game. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time.